Today's a bittersweet day in the Call of Duty community because although we finally just got some hype for Modern Warfare 3, just like every year, the closer the game gets, the more hype we get. We actually got some really good information and some good news. But with that, we also got David Vonderhaar announcing that he is retiring from Treyarch, at least, and moving on to bigger and better opportunities, hopefully. We're on some Cold War here today to kind of just honor Treyarch and Vonderhaar in in the video. Even though I should be playing Modern Warfare 2 to prep for Modern Warfare 3, I figured we got to give it one last go on Cold War because I really haven't been playing too much Call of Duty, just with it being very dead in content and just overall in general. I just don't have fun playing it right now. Hopefully that'll change with Modern Warfare 3. But let's talk about a little bit of the bad news. Again, it's bittersweet because it's really bad for us as Call of Duty content creators, Call of Duty enjoyers, and overall just people who are passionate about video games. It may be to no surprise, David Vonderhaar is probably the most well-known name in gaming, I think, or at least in Call of Duty in general. I mean, he is like the guy from the DSR patch meme, from Call of Duty 2, the big red one, all the way up to the newest COD that they made, Call of Duty Cold War, and what we thought was going to be Call of Duty 2024. We thought Vonderhaar was going to be on the team, and unfortunately that wasn't the case. He looked to leave, and he put something on LinkedIn and he posted on Twitter. I'll have those up over there. Kind of just expressing that he was moving on to better things. He wanted to thank and apologize to everyone that helped develop the games alongside him. And, it's not a good look for gaming in general because the reason why he left, the reason why Jason Blundell left, I think Jimmy Zielinski as well, and a lot of these very high level devs, high passionate people, enjoyers of this franchise, but at the same time, just amazing people that brought so much talent, creativity, and pushed for idea and pushed for like the player in mind. These guys are kind of getting not kicked out, but almost forced out of the development teams in a sense because I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, well, there's a new agenda that's plotting in Call of Duty, but Activision has been very clear where they put their time and their attention, and the creativity and the enjoyment of the player is probably at the bottom of that list. They only want you to enjoy the game enough so you can buy the skins, and it seems like just a very rinse and repeat money market every year, which is why I express so much excitement for Microsoft buying them. And I'm not too in with the whole business world. I don't know how Microsoft games work or what their intentions are, but I just heard that Microsoft buying Call of Duty gave Treyarch a little more creative freedom, which I love. I love when I love when Treyarch has creative freedom. But with that being said, we're losing some of the most creative minds in Treyarch. I know the head honcho behind Cold War is still there. I forget his name and I feel really bad, but I thought Cold War was a great Call of Duty. I think out of the last couple of CODs, it's been the best, and even the zombies experience wasn't too bad. The gameplay was genuinely fun. But again, this is another case where Treyarch has to use some of their resources, and instead of putting it fully towards their game, they have to patch together a third game mode to appease Activision, which Activision thinks will appease the fans. I'll talk about that a little bit more once we get to the Modern Warfare 3 things, but I'll try to summarize this up. A lot of people have been leaving Treyarch and then discussing their disagreement with Activision and how Activision is treating the games. I heard in Mr. T's video, Mr. T Lexify, that one of the head developers also was leaving and resigning from Treyarch or Activision, and just expressed that the work culture now has become a very, conveyor belt money scheme. Do all the work you can, press it out as fast as can, and don't care if they enjoy it. As long as we get our sales for the year, that's great. And then next year we're going to do the same thing again, which, I understand as a business person, but games aren't just business, just like music isn't business, just like art isn't business. So you know, there's a lot of issues there, and you know, I hope that it gets better. I hope that this is just like the worst of the worst moment, and then eventually we get like a gaming renaissance of sort. But well, that's to come. Long story short, David Vonderhaar left. Some other head developers left, just like Jason Blundell. And you know, Jason Blundell went on to make bigger and better things with Deviation Games. I don't think he's still working with them anymore, but he did go and create something new. Vonderhaar's tweet and LinkedIn post seemed that he was moving on to new opportunities as well. And so, you know, it's bittersweet. Those people did so much for not only Call of Duty, but for Zombies, which is my other game mode that I just love so much, and really a lot for the community. It was nice to have a face behind the decisions being made and some of the creative freedom. I genuinely believe Call of Duty wouldn't be a fraction as successful as they are if it wasn't for people like Vonderhaar. So, you know, huge thank you to those guys. I can't wait to see what Vonderhaar does, what Jason Blundell does, what Jimmy Zielinski does. I think he's with Ubisoft right now making X Defiant, so you know, we'll have to see. And whatever they decide to do, I'll definitely make a video about it, and I'll definitely branch into it. Content for me recently has been kind of dead, and I think that my overall feeling of like being drained of Call of Duty and feeling stale of Call of Duty is what they were feeling too, hence why Vonderhaar left. But again, huge thanks. It's such an understatement just saying thank you to Vonderhaar and every developer that really kicked some butt and made some beautiful games. But speaking about a new age gaming revolution or renaissance, hopefully to come in the future, we actually had some very promising things for Call of Duty multiplayer for once. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's so rare that sentence comes out of my mouth, and it hasn't in like the last 4 years. So with all the Modern Warfare 3 talk recently, yesterday I believe a few YouTubers were actually able to talk about some specific details that Sledgehammer Games let them talk about. They flew a lot of content creators out. There was the event. Yes, that guy just got fucking shit on. Holy crap. The event was yesterday for anyone that was playing Warzone. They still somehow managed to get people to play Warzone for the event. Like, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. But sorry that I didn't post a video on it. I've just been immensely drained with Call of Duty, and I was not about to go turn Warzone on, of all things. The event happened. It actually looked like a pretty cool event. It was like a little extraction game mode, but we actually got the trailer, or the reveal trailer for Modern Warfare 20... I can't even say 2022 or 20... I got Modern Warfare 3. I'll just call it what they wanted. Modern Warfare 3. The trailer, as always, for the campaigns looked beautiful. I mean, the graphics are stunning, but more importantly than the graphics, we actually had a lot of information come out about the gameplay, specifically multiplayer. I know the campaign will probably be amazing. Apparently there's some open world parts of the campaign too, so like there's different ways to finish a mission based on what you do, which I think is super sick. That's something that I think campaign needed. It missed a lot of depth. I do love levels in campaigns, don't get me wrong. I hate the open world excuse for everything, but it'll be cool to see how they integrate it. With that being said though, campaign is pretty cut and dry. Like, we kind of know what we're gonna get. Should be a banger campaign, but more importantly, we got a lot of news about the multiplayer, and a lot of good news about the multiplayer. We haven't seen any gameplay yet, and the content creators that were actually flown out couldn't say too much, nor could they actually attest to anything that they played just yet, so that's a little bit unfortunate. People are speculating a beta around October 6th, I believe, available on PlayStation first, as usual. But some of these staple points for multiplayer, shout out Charlie Intel, Face Scope, Face Jev, and Noah J 456 for this information, because that's those are the videos that I watch. I'm kind of regurgitating information, so if any of you guys already saw that, I apologize. I just kind of want to get my thoughts out on it and let you guys know how I'm feeling. It seems like we're going back to a very classic Call of Duty feel. We have 150 health, which I love. First off, that TTK will be beautiful. I think it's what Cold War had, or maybe it was Black Ops 4. It might have been Black Ops 4, but either way, longer time to kill I think will work out great. I think it avoids a lot of that campy play style that is been so prominent in Modern Warfare 2019 and the new Modern Warfare 2. So longer TTK, we have increased mobility, like slide canceling's back, reload canceling, grenade canceling. All your classic Call of Duty features are back. Tac sprint, unfortunately, is back, which I don't mind too much. I kind of got used to it. Cold War, I think, probably did it the best movement-wise. So my guess is it's going to be a middle ground between Call of Duty Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2019. So we'll have to see how the movement actually plays. But everything on paper is looking beautiful. I saw one of the images that they referenced. There's a riot shield. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Why is there a riot shield? Stop adding them, please. Please. Another amazing thing to know about the game is that on launch, this game is getting all Modern Warfare 2 remastered maps. That's 16 maps on launch day one. I thought they were going to be delayed for like in-season content updates and stuff, which there is still 12 more maps that'll come out in the life cycle of Modern Warfare 3, but 16 maps on launch is a beautiful thing, because just the games that we've had recently, not only have they been bad maps on launch, we've been getting drip-fed maps. So seeing 16 maps on launch is a great refreshing experience. Another thing that they added back, which I love, is map voting. I'm such a fan of map voting. My speculation as to why they took it away is they really wanted everyone to use every asset of the game when it came out. I'm not playing Zoo or Echelon, sorry. My guess is that the reason they took map voting out originally was to kind of get players to use every map or play every map, that way no asset went to waste on Activision's part, which is fine and dandy, I guess, but like at the same time, that is such a pivotal part of Call of Duty culture, and I think it kind of lets you know what maps are good and what maps aren't. If everyone is skipping a certain map, it's probably because it's a bad map. But so map voting's back. We got a ton of maps. Seems like classic movement, but enhanced in a good way. What else about multiplayer? Don't know about the prestige system. I think they confirmed that another season thing is happening, so like you'll get your season 1 reloaded. I'm not such a fan of that, but that's how their new content road has been for the last couple of years, so it is what it is. I'll take that and get a better multiplayer experience. I'm completely fine with that. How could I forget the most important thing? The minimap is back. Classic minimap. Red dots on the map. If you shoot and you are not suppressed, we are coming for you. That's it. It's over. This is another thing that, again, don't know why they took it away, but it'll really aid in like the speed of the game and the flow of the game. I think that's something that these Call of Duties recently have really missed out on, is that speed and that movement and that fluidity. Last gen gameplay with the sky there, beautiful. So I think this will really aid in that, and it looks to be good. I partially want to thank X Defiant for all these changes, because it seems like the only way Activision changes anything is if they get jealous of another company stealing some player base. That's why I think Warzone and DMZ and all of them exist. And so X Defiant's success recently, not like I'm gonna opt out of playing X Defiant. I'm still gonna play X Defiant. I would like to have a few games to play throughout the year. But X Defiant being so successful and working out, just from like the little beta that they have, I think really forced Activision's hand to add back some of the classic Call of Duty elements. Watching FaceScope's video, he talked about all the developers seemed very excited and proud and happy to present these classic elements back, almost like they've been longing to do this for a long time and they just couldn't. So I think that we might actually get a passion-filled Call of Duty this year, the most that Activision will allow at least, and I'm excited for it. Multiplayer seems to kind of be healing in a sense, to whereas some of the other game modes might falter, like the zombies experience. It sounds pretty lackluster. It's gonna be cool to have that many people in a lobby, because it's structured like DMZ and Outbreak combined, but with squads of 6, and I think there's like up to 24 people that can be in a single Outbreak / DMZ lobby, which would be fun to see. But it is also kind of like level oriented, where the first 2 levels, when you exfil, you'll go to the next one. And then when you exfil again, you'll go to the last one. And it seems like in the last one, there is just your one squad that you dropped in with. So it'll be cool to see how that plays out. Again, I'm not talking too much about it, because there's not a lot known. and at the same time, I'm really not too excited for it. I'll definitely play it because I don't want Treyarch's efforts to go to waste, even though they had to do Vanguard Zombies last year and now this year. So I feel bad that they've been wasted so much recently, but I'll still give it a chance. I mean, you have things like Pack-a-Punch, your perks, your mystery box are all coming back, and apparently somehow they have upgrades now. So maybe there'll actually be some progression to the game mode, which I would love. I'd love some progression. Only issue is the limit for the match is 60 minutes. So at 60 minutes, you have to exfil. Like that's all you get. So I don't know how much progression there actually will be. That'll be one of those we just kind of have to see things. Again, it's not my focus for this Call of Duty coming out. I'm really just excited for multiplayer and the campaign. Campaign will probably get like a week early, just like usual. But yeah, so far it looks like we're rebounding decently this year. I did not expect this game to sound so good, and we got a lot of these leaks pretty early on, but nothing like truly confirmed. And today and yesterday we got a lot of that confirmed. So big shout out to Vonderhaar for everything he's done. Big shout out for Sledgehammer Games making some of the changes that we've all been asking for years. Thanks to Noah J, Scope, and Phase Dev who dropped all this information and we're actually flown out. My hopes are high. They got me again, another year where they got me excited for COD, but we'll have to see how it plays out. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching another video. I hope that you guys got some information from this, or if you already knew all this, I appreciate you watching anyway. Hopefully this game will actually wind up being good and we won't just have like content drip fed to us, and I can actually wind up making some content again, because I've been longing to stream and to make videos for a while, and Modern Warfare 2 is just not doing it for me. So hopefully with X-Define coming out, this game coming out, Mortal Kombat maybe. I know the beta is out right now, but I don't even know if I want to touch it, because I might get like fucking, dude, I would get wrecked so bad. But with all that being said, thank you so much for checking out another video. I apologize for the long breaks in between, but hopefully content will be rolling out. I'm excited for Modern Warfare 3. A little bit iffy about the zombies, but we'll have to see. Huge thanks to Vonderhaar again for everything over all these years. And thank you guys for watching another video. If you stuck all the way to the end, awesome. Even if you just clicked on for a few minutes, I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.